Hey everybody, what is up? Fourth Seraph here. Gonna do some investing today, kind of live. I just transferred a bunch of money here into my Robinhood account. Um, got about $18,000 in buying power right now. Um, a lot of it, obviously, margin, things like that. But I did already spend a little bit just because it was such a good opportunity. I didn't want to miss SunPower going back up. So we'll just go over that first. Let's see here, history. So I bought 400 shares, $4.05. So did actually fall a little bit further, which isn't that surprising, but I always find it's better to, make sure you don't miss out on huge upside. I'm not really worried about is it going to fall a little bit after I buy it. I imagine that probably the way the market is going, there's a good chance that a lot of these stocks will fall from where I buy them at for the short term. But in it for the long term, it's better to lose 5% in 3 months and then gain hundreds of percent over the next 10 years than to try and time everything perfectly and miss out on, when everything runs up. And, I just don't play like that. I just invest safe. I know all of these companies I'm going to put money into today are going to do well in the long term. I think so. I've been kind of going back and forth exactly. So I'm just going to go through kind of my thought process because one of the stocks that I'm very interested in is Camping World. The thing that makes me nervous about this is it is up a lot over the last 3 months. And if you look over the last many years, it does tend to get down a little bit lower than it's at right now into the 20s, and it kind of looks like we might be heading down more. I'd like to have 100 shares of this and be able to sell some more covered calls, but at the same time, I think this is still an okay price to get in at. The hard part is that, if you buy a stock, you want to sell a covered call, you definitely want to sell in the money, where you're making profit, I guess I should say. And so if it actually hits that price and you do sell your shares, you're not losing money then. So I think I am going to do a limit order on this one. And I already have some number of shares here. Where does it tell me? Shares. Here we go. 10. All right. You can tell how often I use the web version on this. So I'm going to buy 90 shares. And I think I want to do it at $23. It's going to be about 2,000. Remember to actually blur that when it comes time for that. I'm just going to, okay. So I had to cut because I had to re-log in before I actually made a purchase. But here we go. So I got set up here. First thing, Camping World, 90 shares at $23. I really believe in the guy who owns this company, and it pays a good dividend. So, spending a little bit of money on it, I feel good about. Probably the only dividend type stock I'm going to buy. Now, for the rest of it, I kind of just want to split my money, I think, between all of the stocks that I believe in. I'm going to buy a little bit in Impinj here. I'm only going to do 3 shares. This is one of those stocks that I don't know if it'll go crazy. But, I'm just going to go ahead and buy a little bit in it because it's worth where's its market cap? $2 billion. It could be a much bigger company at some point. So it's I think it's worth just doing that. Did I actually put that order in, or did I just get distracted? I'm really good at this, guys. I'm kind of a pro, in case you didn't know. Yeah, okay, cool. Got that. So we got our 5 shares in there, went through instantly. We'll go to Enphase Energy. Again, this is one where it's it's already a fairly large company, but it has been up to 336, and we're at 115 right now. $15 billion market cap. We're going to buy like probably 3 shares of this. This is one where it's like, I'm sure that at some point, I'll be like, oh, I wish I had just bought 100 shares of this or whatever. But also, like, the solar market is one of those things where I don't know, I don't know if it's a market that won't be disrupted easily. There will be some advancement in solar technology or something that will totally change the game, and some of these companies could get hit really hard by that. And even though they seem so technologically advanced, they could, really fail to adapt, and just end up not really working out for them. So here's the dilemma now. I could just like go all into Apple, have basically have 100 shares, start selling cover calls in that. I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to split my money here a little bit safer. So I want to buy like $4,500 in Accenture. I'm not going to max out my margin. I certainly don't want to get margin called if, things don't go well here over the next month or two, which is totally possible. I'm just going to switch to shares so I can buy right now. Hey, thanks for filling in $250 there for me, Robinhood. I actually don't want to spend $45,000 today. Maybe tomorrow. Ask again then. But okay. Always good to just double check everything before you actually click the button. Go ahead and buy that. And went through right away. That's good. Now we'll do some into Tesla here. Tesla is interesting. So it's up a lot from where I bought it at. 34%. But it's still, it's not even at $1 trillion right now. So it definitely has been a lot higher. It's been 407 and we're at 237 right now. Tesla is a company I really believe in. That being said, I want to do less in Tesla only because I'm trading on margin. And so if it hits a bad slump and it goes back down to 113, I'm not worried about that in the long run. But when you're trading on margin, you do have to think about some of those things. And I don't want to get margin called. So I'm trying to leave a big buffer so that those things don't happen. So I'll just let's just go to like 10 shares, $2,300. Sounds good to me. Buy that. Done. So all of that is good to go. Now I kind of want to buy, not Avalanche, I want to buy some Ethereum too. And I think I want to buy like another $500. Okay, apparently I'm just giving them $1. I have never seen that before. Sorry for just sitting there and reading it, but I don't know what this buy spread thing is. That's fucking stupid. But yeah, have about 2.5 Ethereum right now. I really wish I could have been in. Wish I'd had this money back when it was like here. That would have been great. But I still think Ethereum's going way up. I don't feel bad about buying it at 2,200. If it goes down again, great. I'll just buy it when it goes down again. So 2.7, hopefully be able to get, this year I'd like to get to like, I mean, it depends how fast it goes up, but hopefully I'd like to get to like 4 or 5 Ethereum. I think that'll just give me the comfort to be able to start selling a little bit sooner, because like if I only have 2, I might wait for like 10,000 to sell. If I had 5, once it hits like 6,500, I'd be like, okay, I can sell an Ethereum, recover some of my costs, be happy about that, and then just incrementally sell as it goes up and make the money I need to make. But we'll kind of see what happens. It could run up next month. It could be towards the end of the year that we see the real bull market come back and it just goes crazy. But I'm going to keep just doing my best to load up until then. So it looks like we are, yeah. Okay. So we got a little bit left that I could spend, but I'm going to keep some of that just to see, like, are there opportunities at some point? If a stock, that I like really tanks. There's a couple more that I'm looking at too. To have every one of my lists open, that's sick. So the main one that I'm interested in buying is Clear here. These are 2 other solar companies I might hop in on at some point, just to diversify my solar holdings a little bit, because I really do believe in solar. This is a company, it's called Clear. You may have seen them at the airport. You basically skip the lines. It is one of my favorite things I've ever bought. It's such a great product. It's a reasonable price, huge quality of life. And so it's one of those ones where I love the product. The thing is, it's already a pretty big market cap for what it does. I don't know how much more they can expand other than trying to get more people to sign up, but I don't think there's like airports that they're not at already. And so it seems like a business that may have grown, and it also seems like here they IPO'd just way too high. And so it might be a good time to buy. If it was still, under $20, I'd feel really confident about it. But, the analyst ratings are a little iffy. They do beat their earnings projections almost every time. And it does look like they've been in the profit lately. But it's also, I did go through and look at a lot of these companies that people also own, and they all suck. And so that does give me a little bit of like, is it worth it? They do pay a dividend though, which is surprising. I actually hadn't seen that before. So this is one I'm still kind of on the fence about. I may buy it. If I do, I'll update you in one of my stock update videos, but I wanted to do one where I went in and actually did some buying and things. But looks like my computer is actually about to die because I never charge it. So guys, that is all I got for you today. I will see you later.